We're live. We're back on. We have something to say, I suppose, and something to listen to, as always. And I've been listening for the past, I don't know, week or so, 2 weeks to what's going on. And what I'm seeing is no one's dying of this illness. That's what I'm seeing in the numbers. And we're going to see some video or some pictures come up. And, the numbers are out there. It looks absolutely normal. And what's feeding this is multiple interests. We just saw a video on the Discord by Red Pill Suppository, and things are looking very normal in China. So I think for China, it's mission accomplished. For Iran, it's mission accomplished. They can just get back to normal. America's in the middle of a meltdown. The West is completely destitute and falling deep. These other countries have resilience. They have a natural way. But not for America, not for the West. It looks like trouble, massive trouble. And the worst of it is, young people aren't dying. And, even middle-aged people aren't dying. It's just the normal old people are dying in the normal numbers. We haven't seen a great spike in the total number of people dead. It's just everyone who dies now dies of coronavirus. Looks like trouble. So it's just panic, fear, and cowardice. Maybe this was the point in time when the tipping point was reached, that you can manipulate a whole community, a whole empire, a whole way of life, because so many people have become so totally self-absorbed and fearful. Cowardice has taken hold of the West, of America, of Canada, and people are so fearful of their own lives. And despite the fact that the numbers of people, young people, said to have had this and died in their 20s. Now I say young, young to me, but this is it's way, way, way less than the common cold. My God. More young people die of the common cold than die of this, and they're trying to hype this fear. They said, 3 members of this gambling club died, and they were all diagnosed. Well, who knows what they were diagnosed with? I read the report. It didn't say how. But the woman who ran it was 94 years old, and everyone else in the club was over 80. And so 3 of them died suddenly. I bet there's 100 of these clubs, or 200 across America and Canada. And, every week, one of them dies. And then, a couple of times a year, 2 of them die in one of these clubs. And then, once in a while, 3 die. Boom, 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 within a couple of weeks. They're 94 years old. They ain't living forever. And it's lovely they live so long, and it's lovely that they die, because if they didn't, we'd be in a different world. So, we're watching fear and cowardice eat away at the future of young people. That's one problem, but we're seeing the fear and cowardice destroy the empire, and everyone wants a piece of the action. Everyone wants a piece of this action. They get 10,000, 12,000, 13,000 for every patient. And, there's going to be more coming. So you just want to declare more people having it, because that way you can get money. And I welcome everyone here. Mgtow Smurf, welcome. CJ, welcome. Monk Music, Don't Engage. Working out just now. Good. Workout. Enjoy it. At this point, we're looking at there's nothing here. This is a complete, and CJ, you got the term, it's a paranoid hallucination. It's the same thing as the Emperor Has No Clothes, and everyone's just getting on the bandwagon, trying to hype it up even more. Sell. Get people to click. And this is just going to destroy young people. And non-essential places, bars, cafes, gyms. Well, scum of the earth. I think Monk Music's at a gym. Colleges. Well, yeah. the scum of the earth. Well, maybe so. Or maybe maybe you're joking. My God, I don't know anymore. Uh, we have so many young people now who are just being, you know, just horrified at what they're going to do. They're losing their jobs. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay their car payments. Blah 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 blah. And the next thing they're moving back in with mom and dad, or mom probably, and my God, or worse. And what goes around comes around, and it's just going to implode. And we've got people saying Trump didn't react fast enough, and those people who are saying it were the people who criticize him for acting so quickly to do it in the beginning. And they said no problem. The lies and the duplicitous nature of everyone's coming out because they want to get on this bandwagon. And if you declare everyone COVID-19 positive, I think it would just get things over with, and then we could just get back to normal. And old people, if they want to stay in their houses, stay in their houses. We can look at. I'll pop up here. I went to the WHO. So this is the WHO site, and where are we? Go up the top here. Oh my, there we are. World Health Organization. A Q&A on coronavirus, COVID-19. What are the symptoms? The most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever. Oh really? Tiredness. Didn't get enough sleep last night. Wow. Dry cough. Well, I guess how many people don't have that periodically? I mean, 1, 2, or all 3 periodically. That's probably the symptoms for, I don't know, 100 different illnesses. The common flu, the common cold. This is it. You're under the weather? Holy cow. You get under the weather, you got those symptoms. Some patients may have aches and pains. Wow. Nasal congestion, runny nose. In wintertime, you don't say. Sore throat. Wow. That's why they sell those, huge quantities of sore throat relief medicines. They mask the symptoms and make you feel better. Okay, that's great. They do this in wintertime because a lot of people get that. And so I guess if you got nasal congestion and a fever, my God, you got COVID-19, and they'll just diagnose it because they get 13,000. If it's a common cold, they get zip. So they're going to say, oh yeah, no, this is, I'm assuming it's COVID-19. They gave the guidelines, the guidance for diagnosis. You make an assumption if you're a doctor. Then the hospital gets 13,000, and you get your 2,000 bonus at the end of the year. But if you say it's a common cold, the hospital gets nothing, you don't get anything, and everyone's angry with you. So what in the hell do you think some doctor's going to do? And I think Mgtow know more than others that, this doctor's probably going through a messy divorce, and he doesn't give a shit about anything. No, yeah, he'll fucking sign that piece of paper, 2,000. Okay, some of it'll go, but, some of it I get, and that'll be, I don't fucking care. The people get money. They're not going to die any more or any less if I write this on a piece of paper. No one's going to give a shit. And everyone wants me to do it. Let me do it. Give me the $2,000 and shut the fuck up. Because he doesn't care anymore. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of men like that. And it says most people... here we go. Some people become infected. Oh, really? And the test really shows, but don't develop any symptoms. Wow, that's incredible. And they don't feel unwell. I feel great. Well, that means you're sick. And listen to that. Isn't that the stupidest thing you've ever heard? Some people become infected, but don't develop any symptoms and don't feel unwell. It's like it's an illness that's not an illness. And then most people, 80%, recover without needing any special treatment. Take a few throat lozenges and call me in the morning. It sounds like any flu, any cold. Yeah. 1 out of every 6 who gets COVID-19. So 1 out of 6 who, I don't know, has any of these symptoms or has, taking a test which tells them that they have it, maybe false positive, I don't know. 1 out of 6 who gets it, gets breathing difficulties. So older people and people with underlying medical problems, blood pressure, heart problems, or diabetes, and so on, they don't say lung issues because it's on another slide I've seen. This is the comorbidity. These are old people, and these people have trouble breathing. People with diabetes, people with blood pressure, heart problems, anything else, Occasionally, you're tired, you walk up the stairs, you get trouble breathing. Oh my God, you got COVID-19. Let's take you in and put you on a ventilator. Then your lungs, get totally blasted from being sucked out and pushed in, and sucked out and pushed in. That, it's a problem. Yeah. So people, they say here, with fever, cough, and difficulty breathing should seek medical attention. Yeah, okay, well. And everyone else who's got all the rest of these symptoms and probably have COVID-19, just stay at home. You don't feel bad, but stay at home and don't leave your house. And old people are going to, get it and die. And old people, we're going to get anything else and die. Sorry, pneumonia, flu, whatever it is. You're 96 years old. I'm sorry. You're a little sick. The body's not as strong. You're lucky to live that long. Yeah, that's great. That's great. You lived a good life, you'll come back, with better karma or something like that. But not in this case. Not in this case. No way. So, that's the WHO. That's what they're saying now. That's nonsensical. It's just absolutely nonsensical. No. There's nothing there. And, we'll put up the new slideshow. Yeah. Sorry, your lifestyle is currently out of stock. I thought that was funny. Think of the young people, screwed up. There's a guy who knows how to dress for success in the COVID-19 age. Put on that mask. So we see just, from zero to 19 years old, nothing, zip, nada. Why in the hell are they worried? They shouldn't be worried. They should be out working. They should be having life. And we look at this chart. We see that the older people are getting it, and they always get it. That's it. And here's the comorbidity. It's just the same stuff that they always get. And they're dying, and everything says that the younger people, they're not getting it. You can give them a diagnosis. You can give them a false positive on some unproven test. Or maybe there is something. Maybe there actually is something, but it's not making anyone sick. You look at the death rates and ages for the, Spanish flu. Young people were getting really hit in various age groups. It was up and down a bit, but young people were getting it as well. Everyone gets it, except in this case, because no one's getting anything. It's just normal death. You name it the COVID-19, you get the $13,000, you pass go, everyone's happy. The economy goes down, but people are virtue signaling. Oh, we can't let this happen. Yeah, it's funny, So we're in a situation of complete fabrication, absolute fabrication. And, they'll look up anyone. 3 people die who knew each other. They'll try to get that. They'll try to get that and pump it up because they want the fear. They want the clicks. And oddly enough, though, the businesses aren't advertising because they're not selling anything. So, hey, listen, Armathor, I got word that there's a sock puppet of yours floating around Discord. Came into my Discord server, so I canceled. I don't believe it was you. It didn't have your picture, but it had your name and. Anyway, you're free to jump in anytime. Yeah, I can do that now. Let me see. I'm there. I'll get in broadcast 1. There, I'm in broadcast 1. Look at that. I was up, and I thought I'd go on that little rant, and it's a nasty thing. I'm now of the position that no one has died of COVID-19. 0 cases. Um, I first of all want to define COVID-19, and those symptoms don't give me much to go on for a definition. And then if I want to do it on the result basis of a test result, well, I want to know the name of the test so I can verify that the test has been shown to be accurate in X% of cases. So yeah. So Armathor, yeah, okay, it wasn't you. Anyway, for anyone here, if you want to jump into the Discord, feel free. And yeah. Yeah, cancer death and pneumonia death are down from previous years. That's it. They're down the exact amount the coronavirus is up. This is a crazy world. Mr. Mayhem, how are you?
Doing well, sir.
What do you think? People are confused.
What are they confused?
Okay, now I believe you're dropping in and out pretty bad. I missed that. Maybe drop out and drop back in again.
To me, like you all. Well, here I'm doing a constant talking now, kind of, almost constant.
Yeah, do you have it on, like, push to play or a gate on it or something?
No, it's on voice.
Yeah, you're dropping out. We'll check with the men in the chat. Is Mr. Mayhem dropping in and out? Or is it me? Yeah. Yeah, that's you, Muck Music.
I think. Yeah, because I don't hear any audio.
No, you're dropping out pretty bad. You're dropping out pretty bad here. Just drop out of the broadcast one and then jump back right in. Just jump right back in. Maybe a new set. There we go. Yep. There's Joey Fagador. I forget what you sent me. Just previous to last listening post, but thank you for that. Whatever it was. Yep. Thanks, Armathor. Yeah, you were dropping in and out pretty bad, Mayhem. Are you back? No, he's not back yet. Yeah. I'm working pretty well now. My system's working pretty well. New microphone, new computer. Now I got a new monitor. What is it? BenQ monitor. Hasn't helped my gaming much.
No worries. I'll go back to listen.
No, it's okay. I heard just can you, and that was it. Yeah. No, you're dropping out pretty bad, Mr. Mayhem. I don't know why. Maybe somebody's attacking you because you really do have things to say. And Lamprey Mill, welcome. Happy days are here. No, they are not. They are not here for a lot of people. I'm upset about what they're doing to you. They ripped out your job, not only you, but so many young people. And not that you're young. You're in the middle there. And, this is horrible because no one's dying. No extra person on this planet, really. Maybe, a few because they're being denied treatment. But they're being, it's just old people. You can look at the charts I put up there. You can do your own research on the age range of people who die. It seems to be all the same. It's the old people who are dying, and they die as they normally die. You check the number of deaths that are reported and the number of deaths that normally happen. It's the same. It's the same. Who's jumped in here? Hey, Bob. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm chatting with everybody since the stream, but I guess even my chats are not showing in your stream.
What? No, I see you. You said hello, Lamprey. And then...
okay, good.
Yeah, he drops out every 5 seconds. So, I see it. Yeah.
Okay, good. I was not sure. I'm like...
Oh, well. Yeah.
I'm taking a break, so I figure I'll come in. How you doing?
Yeah. No, I'm freaking out because I recognize after all the data is in. We have enough data now, and maybe I realized this a bit last week, but it's just hit me. This whole thing is just destroying young people in the West, and it's destroying the West. And
Well, there's some stats that shows what you're talking about, because I think like normal cancer and pneumonia, whatever,
yep,
they're all down 80% in death compared to previous years.
yeah, that's it.
There's a meme out there saying, let's say in 2019, you have pneumonia. 2020, you have COVID.
Yep.
2019, you have prostate cancer. 2020, you have COVID. You know, it's like there's a meme of that. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Well, see, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And
you have an ingrown nail, you have COVID.
yeah, my God. You know, it's anything now. It's anything. And
it's cool because here I'm in quarantine. I except to go to the store maybe twice a week. I may go to Costco later because I'm replacing someone's battery and wipers. So I'll go to Costco later, put gloves and mask and all that stuff. But and I'm not allowed to cross the bridges. So in the meantime, my premier, he goes Easter hunting eggs with his family in the cottage and gets snow.
Yep.
So he's allowed to cross the bridge. That's good for him.
Yeah.
And and there's always between 6 to 8 Airbus and 737s that are flying directly from China every day to Canada.
Still?
And every day since the ban, every day you go live on the YV, the Vancouver airport or Pearson airport.
Yeah.
You could physically see all the planes that are leaving or landing and where they're from. And every day, MV, it's about 6 to 8 Airbuses or 737s, big planes that fly directly from mainland China to Canada. So that didn't stop. That's every day. And the Roxham Road is always open where the New York border is with the Quebec. Think about New York, where it's a pandemic center there. That actually RCMP are there to help them with their luggage. All those who want to be illegals or irregulars, like Justin says, or irregulars.
Lovely.
So, yeah. But we're in quarantine. It's all good.
Yeah, well, again, it's not going to be the action of a single man not wearing a mask or anything to bring this thing down. But at some point, it's time for people to, especially older people, to stop with the fear now. It's getting too much. I don't know. There's not,
the old people's centers are hit quite hard, though.
The what?
The old people places where they go and die.
The nursing homes.
Yeah, they're nursing homes.
Yeah,
they're getting hit quite hard. But
they're not. No, they're not, Bob. No, they're not, Bob. Sorry, that's.
Hold on. The one that.
Give me the name. I'll look it up.
Bob Cajun City. One of the reasons they're almost all dead, these old men, is because the ladies who work there, they went traveling before and they did not respect the quarantine when they came back. So there's going to be a big investigation with that.
What's the name of this place?
Bob Cajun. Bob Cajun in Ontario. Tragically Hip did a song on that city a long time ago.
What, Cajun? Is it Cajun?
Bob Cajun. Bob, with my name, Bob Cajun. In one word. Yeah, Bob Cajun. Bob Cajun.
Chartwell Robert Speck Retirement Residence. Is that it?
Yes.
Three new quite hard COVID there. Cases confirmed at Bob Cajun, Ontario. There we go. I've never heard of that place.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's actually a good song of that city.
Yeah. So
nursing homes in Quebec.
We have three residents have tested positive for the disease.
there's 31 dead.
No, I don't see that here. And this is
There's
hold it, March 20th. So March 20th. So that's a month ago. No, that's like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks and a bit.
Caucasian nursing death. Let me just Google that. 29, but I think it's 31 now. But the first one that popped out, doctor said.
Yeah. Let me see if I
You
can.
gotta look for the dates though.
Okay. Yeah. Let me change that.
The Pine Home.
Okay. So we
So
got.
that's April.
So what went wrong in Bob Cajun by National Post? Let me see. I can probably bring this up. Let me just.
Anyway, just let you know that Quebec and as the big outbreaks for the death of there is in the nursing home, which we're talking about people with 5, 6 underlying conditions.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, old, frail, already with cancer battling. It's like there's a lot of conditions.
So,
But you don't believe that virus does exist.
Well,
It's a.
No, I'm not. I'm not going for it yet. So here I'm looking at this article, National Post in Canada. What went wrong? 29 people. Pandemic killed 29 people. Okay. 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 So there's 3,500 people in the town. Okay, that's it. So, behind the healthcare staff inside the door is one of the worst tragedies. As of Thursday, the virus has taken the lives of 29 residents in the 65-bed facility. Okay, we're finally getting some information. So it's 29 out of 65. That's almost 30%. So, this is Pinecrest. Is it Pinecrest?
The Pinecrest home in Bob.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Pinecrest home in Bob Cajun. More deaths are expected at a nursing home. Okay. Yeah.
It's like the nursing home was hit quite hard, and 80% of the residents died there. It was in Washington. That was early on.
So what they've revealed is 20 other residents and 8 staff have symptoms, but have not been tested. So they have symptoms, fevers, coughs. In wintertime, it's looking like it's just still winter there. I don't know. People with stuffed up noses. And so...
Again, everything now. Somebody dies, it's COVID-19.
Well, that's right.
COVID-19. I'm like, all right. So it's all COVID-19.
Almost half.
Yeah.
So, again, it's looking pretty serious. Why do half the patients die suddenly? That's probably above a normal rate. How many do you expect would die in a given month?
We need COVID-19 because we have the vaccines from Bill Gates to push. So, the guy's not a doctor, he's not a physician, he's nothing, but, he's somehow an expert on vaccine. He wants to have it. Part of the plan.
PSWs and nurses that I've spoken to said there's going to be PTSD afterwards because it's so stressful. Oh, yeah, well, it's not good.
I did a lot of missions where I never knew when I was going to step on a landmine. And all right, but I guess work with you don't know. The problem is they still don't know how this thing transmits, because apparently a coroner did his exam on a body and he catch the COVID-19 on a dead body. You still don't know how to catch it.
Yeah,
Mm.
apparently it's not from the air, and you have to touch it and get it in somehow. Something. I don't know.
Well, it's droplet.
Air
Droplets.
droplets?
It's true feces. That's why we tell men not to toss any salad.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about spit, but if droplets are, so spit is. So this is
Yeah, yeah.
no kiss, no licking, nothing,
Yeah, yeah, stay
no
away.
sticking. No.
No, yeah. No,
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to reduce population. Yeah, you cannot kiss, you cannot stick, lick. So, well, sex dolls are getting better every day.
yeah, I don't know.
Are you talking or you're dropping?
I'm both talking and dropping, I think, at the same time.
All right. But it was so funny last week. Uh, people here love Trudeau so much, and he saw Trudeau says, "Yeah, I'm so happy he did last week. He gave $159 million to developing advanced feminism."
Oh,
And they
really?
look at me like, yes, he did that. That's true. Google it.
Oh,
He
good.
gave 2 weeks ago about during the pandemic where there's quarantine, under $59 million to developing countries to advance feminism. That's my pre. Never vote for.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this.
I don't know, man. So, Mgtow monk.
Yeah, 29 people apparently died. That's too many to die in that place, so somebody's got to find out why. But really, more people should be dying than this, if this is what it's about. Um, and there's something going on.
He seems to slow down though. In worldwide, it took about 36 hours for 50 new cases, and we're doing more and more tests than we used to do before. So,
See, Armin Thor here is saying that same thing you did, that regular flu and pneumonia numbers are way down. It's just the COVID numbers are replacing it. So,
exactly what I said. Cancer is down like 80% versus previous year.
yeah,
Cancer's death,
yeah.
pneumonia, everything's down. Obviously, accidents are down because there's less people on the road.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there's actually hospitals who are laying off nurses and doctors because there's no work.
Yeah, there's no work.
And there's no work. There's no patients.
Yeah, because patients coming in for elective surgery and stuff aren't doing it. You know?
Yeah. So
This is nuts. And again, I'm not sure what happened here, and it could be a statistical anomaly, but 50% dying in this short amount of time is not good. Apparently, they all died from March 20th, so that's like in two and a half weeks. That's nuts.
in Canada, the nursing home are hit quite hard, especially in Quebec.
Why?
The staff are people who love to travel all the time. They love to
Yeah.
go to Jamaica and go for brown meat there. But when they come back again, they spread all these diseases. So
Yeah.
there is an investigation going on right now. Some staff was asked to quarantine and didn't on that Bob Cajun place there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But if this is what happens in a nursing home, it should be happening in more than one. And
But yeah, no, a lot of nursing homes in V. It's just that one was hit quite hard, very fast.
Yeah, well, see, that's the way it should be
Yeah,
everywhere. Once it gets in there, it spreads because it spreads like crazy, whatever it is, apparently. But again, I don't know if the tests are being accurate, and whether people are just saying, well, he probably has it, so I'm going to assume he has it. There's no testing done, or whether the tests themselves are accurate. But if it's going to happen like this in one place, you're going to see this type of thing: 50% dead here, 50% dead here.
What's going to be sad? Whole people are getting hit hard right now, but again, it could be from normal flu. Because last year, 81,000 people died from the regular flu.
They say that, but I'm not even convinced that that's real. In that they changed the method of calculation and to a percent. So they assumed that it was a percent of the population, and then they just multiply it out. They don't actually count death certificates with flu as the cause of death. And so this is another way, I think, that they're trying to hype the flu vaccine and all that. But, I want to go through and find out on the death certificates how people are dying. Do just a count of that. But this is the new normal. And, if it's getting in anywhere, it should be devastating in the same percentages and the same places, roughly, give or take. But it's not. It's just, it's flat here, and then suddenly you get a spike, and then a little blip, and then there's everyone's saying they have it, and some people have no symptoms. So what's going on?
The sad part of all of this, like I wrote a comment 3 weeks in your stream saying, especially for any man between 25 to 40-ish, I think there'll be more people that will die from suicide because of that than the COVID itself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and the numbers show that, the death rates for those years are just way down and sort of normal. But, if we're saying that 80% of people have no special treatment, need no special treatment, then there's no way that 50% of the people can die. See, that doesn't make sense there. So there's something wrong here.
I think Donald Trump is fed up, and I think he's going to reopen the country earlier than people thought he would.
I hope so.
They're prepared. Yeah, but the media prepare. Soon one person will die from COVID-19. It's Trump's fault. Yeah. Even if he let it close for the next 2 months, it's still going to be people. The flu.
Yeah. Well, there's certain, highly unconstitutional acts that are going on. And, somebody should...
Because the governors have the ultimate...
Well, the governors don't, actually. They can't do certain things. They cannot impede interstate commerce and trade. And, they cannot do that. So...
I think New York will be the last place to, be full... it's funny because... I was looking for a VA because I think I have a tape from Escape from New York, the movie.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Fuck! I don't even have a VHS machine anymore. So what's the point?" But I think they need to do a new movie, modern movie, Escape from New York, but because they want to the virus. Oh man.
Yeah.
But Kurt Russell is so.
I think it's Escape from Planet Earth. Escape from Planet Earth. I don't
know
what's going on.
Yeah, make it stop. I want to get out.
Yeah.
So much. It's insane how the left is going crazy. Things on fault, even if it's so funny. I'm happy what he did 2 days ago in his in his brief, he showed how the mainstream media are just lying like big time. But man, that man, he's a master troll. Holy crap.
Yes, well, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think this is a little bit out of his league. I think this is just a little too crazy. If you check on the Discord, we had a nice video from Red Pill Suppository, and he showed Guangdong as, I don't know whether it's perfectly normal, but the city seems fine. I think I got to get back out and come back in. There, I'm back in. I think I had a problem there. But China seems to be back to normal, and we'll see what happens. So I think that's mission accomplished. Destroy America's economy, then get back to work. All done in a season. Make the Americans panic. Make them fearful, mistrustful, distrustful. You still there, Bob?
I'm listening. You're breaking out, so I'm trying to.
Okay.
You're breaking out severely, so I'm not trying to jump in.
Okay then. Let me. Yeah, I had some trouble here. Maybe I'll try to refresh the Discord. I'll refresh the Discord. And while the Discord refreshes, I wonder if I'm still on. There we are. I'm back.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah,
You are loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Good. And I'm just going to give you an update where I am. I'm sort of out in the countryside in a tropical Southeast Asian country, and where I am, things are normal. Holy shit. Normal. People walk around, do their business, no masks, no nothing. At least so far. I don't know if it'll get nuts. I hope not. But
some police and some governors are being crazy. You need to wear masks or lighting with your family in an empty park or stuff like that.
yeah.
In Ontario, it's quite severe. Cops are crazy. In UK, I don't know if you've been following a bit the news there, but they're cracking down on people like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Why are they being like this?
First, I thought it had to do with the Atlas comet that will basically be quite visible on the 29th April. But the last pictures I saw from it, the nucleus is starting to break down. Yeah. So we're witnessing the death of a comet.
Maybe.
Atlas 20. Yeah.
But you want to look at what a comet is, and the theory.
It's a big piece of rock.
Well, ice. They said ice, and the ice melts and falls away in the tail. That is not. That's not cogent, apparently, with the way that it acts. And so the electric universe description of the comets is right on. So you want to go look at the electric universe description of comets, and it will tell you what's wrong with the other description and why it's not sensible, and why the electric universe model of a comet is spot on with everything we see about comets.
What's cool right now with a mid-size scope on the right edition, you're able to see that comet a few hours at night.
Yep.
And the Pan-STAR comet also. That's another one, but that one's even further away. So
yeah, we seem to have a lot of activity. Cool. I looked that up.
Yeah, there is a lot of. Well, yes. Go ahead.
There's something interesting about this Atlas comet. First of all, they named it Atlas, but it was actually a telescope, I think, or a piece of equipment called the Atlas, which was able to identify it. But anyway, when it began coming in, it was in the constellation of Ursa Major. Then it moved to Camelopardalis, and then it's now in Perseus. And
Yeah, but that thing has a 4,000 rotation orbit. Very,
4,000 year
uh,
apparently, or
yeah,
something.
yeah. So,
But
but
right now it's in Perseus. If anyone can look at what I'm suggesting here as some type of artistic analog, the Camelopards is the camel, so that's Mers. The Ursa Major, well, that's the bear, so that's the forest animal. That was the civet. And the Perseus is the Persian. Perseus comes apparently from Persia, and that's what really ramped up this fear of the COVID-19. So the camel is the MERS, the Ursa, as bear or civet, is the SARS-1, and the Perseus is the SARS-2. And so we have this comic coming in delineating the path of these last three zoonotic coronaviruses. And again, we only have 7 documented zoonotic coronaviruses, 4 of them going back in history, 10,000, 100,000 years, and then we have 3 popping up in the last 20. Oddly enough, simultaneous with the growth of BSL-4 labs. And so we're seeing this is somehow connected in some type of artistic story, that the Atlas, a Titan, is coming in. And the Titans were that middle range of Greek gods, analogous to a middle range of Mesopotamian gods, and analogous to a middle range of Egyptian gods, and analogous to a middle range of ancient Persian gods. And Atlas is one of them. It's coming in, and it's passing through what has been the last 3 apparently manufactured or virally engineered illnesses to plague humans. And so maybe what we're seeing is some cosmic dance played out. And if it's not going to make humans sick, then it's going to just destroy their economy and make them sick of heart, and sick of wallet, and sick of each other. I don't, you can't write this. You can't write any of it. None of it makes sense. Who could have written this? This would be a crazy story.
yeah. At least at night, some go check on YouTube. Just write it, say Atlas Comet today.
Yep.
There's always somebody will show. It's actually, like I said, it's breaking up. We'll see.
Yeah,
If
we'll
it's
see.
breaking up, maybe be less worse or more worse. But if it's a lot of ice, I don't think it's going to be that bad. But
Yeah, no, it's not supposed
again,
to.
it's going to be.
It's not supposed to hit the Earth, and if it did, it was supposed to be quite big, and if it's in smaller pieces, it might still be nasty. I don't know. But the funny thing is, it was only identified 4 months ago in December.
Oh yeah, well, last year, but
late last year, December. So, again, we seem to be having all these coincidences.
But anything under 400 meter, that's how they say. They estimate they only identify maybe 30% of what's out there between us and the asteroid belt.
Yep.
So the big chunks, they say 97% are all identified because they're big. They're easy to see.
Yeah.
It's the small ones. It's very hard.
Yep. And I guess I don't know. I thought this one was a big one. This one was categorized as big. If it had, if it would hit the Earth.
It's 400 meters. I could be wrong.
I
could be wrong, but
maybe I'm confusing it with that larger one that missed us April last year.
Apatis maybe. But 400 meters is a big chunk.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
No,
quarter.
that is a big
It's
chunk.
it's yeah. It's billions and billions of TNT once it hits. So
Yeah.
uh, well, yeah. I have to cross the bridge. It's you'll pay pasa. Yes, sir.
Oh,
My
Jesus.
multipass.
Oh, man.
I know it's
Papers.
MV, man. To go to travel the bridge.
Oh,
I
man.
show him my multipass.
Yeah, yeah.
Multipass, but
Multipass.
it's
Oh, man. That's it.
multipass.
Multipass.
That's what I say. Multipass.
God, what do they say to that? Is there any reaction?
Well, they just shake their head. Oh, man.
No, this is
Oh,
unbelievable, really.
go in, it's not a problem because I go very early and they're not there. It's to come back. To come back, it's like I have to sit in traffic because the 3 lanes are reduced to 1, and
Wow.
and they check everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some more steel and more ammo, so that's the good news.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah,
I did that
I
because
liked your silver collection
oh,
discussion.
thank you.
That looks
Yeah,
great.
it's, it
Very nice.
keeps my mind busy.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's good to have it like
Keeps my
that.
mind busy.
Yeah, they're beautiful looking
Sometimes at
coins.
night I'll take one. Oh yeah, it's just something that I enjoy. I always did. Always did. So, um, yeah. No, the reason I got some steel and some firecrackers there, it's because I have a stinky feeling that Justin will say, okay, it's not essential service anymore, so banning of the cells of weapons.
Yeah.
So I didn't take any chance.
No, you don't know what they're going to do. Things are getting unstable.
No.
People are waking up, especially young people, that this is basically fucking them up the ass, royally. I mean, royally.
And
It's a destruction.
it's more tricky for me because I'm in the Quebec province, but for a guy like Whiskey, and maybe he has less levels to do before acquiring a bang stick.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Pretty wild out there in the west still. There's wild cats. There's wild varmints of all types. Yeah. Plus those
Yeah.
Americans, they
But it's
scoot
the
over
rule.
across the border once in a while, and they're pretty wild too.
So I noticed you saw my video about the currency act.
Yes.
A lot of places of business are refusing cash, and I pulled the currency act card. It says, look, you cannot refuse a legal tender
Yeah.
that's sanctioned by the crown, and you should see their eyes. And I explained to them, but by law, they could technically refuse to give me any change because if they don't have cash in their cash,
Right.
yeah. So
Did they take it?
there's
Did they
laws
wind
over
up
there
taking the cash?
because that's sad. That's that you man, you have to fight for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm a guy who likes to barter things, stuff for stuff, but when you got the store and you want to buy, let's say, eggs, and it's $4.99, and you give them $5, they refuse. It's, no, that's a legal tender. You cannot put in doubt the crown. And
Yeah.
that's from a Commonwealth country. Now in the U.S., I don't know what they can say, but yes.
Yeah. No, I think in the States they have to accept it as well. I've heard about, certain things. The government has to accept payment of fines in certain ways. So you give them pennies, and they have to count them.
No, it was so severe that Bank of Canada a few weeks came with a statement, said, no, you have to accept cash.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of people, especially the silent generation. That's their mean of trade. They don't have cards. Like my parents, they don't have cards.
Yeah.
They have credit cards, but they don't have the debit card. Direct for your account.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, use cash or you're going to lose it, and then you're going to be tracked just like a dog with a chip. Woof woof, woof woof. I'm a dog.
And it's so funny. All the stuff I used to listen to Alex Jones like 15 years ago, everything's playing like in a few months.
Yeah.
Everything's like rolled like that, like in your face. Like they're not even hiding. It's crazy.
Yep, that's right.
There is an end game on all of it.
There apparently is an end game. It's hard to tell what it is, but I don't think you can predict it because there are vying interests in the 1%, in the deep state or whatever. There's competing interests, and they had different agendas and they overlap and they butt heads or whatever it is, and if multiple people will benefit, then the project will go ahead. So ultimately, multiple people are benefiting from what's happening now, and so it's going to continue. So that's what we're seeing.
It's interesting to see
Yeah.
Trump almost controlling the Fed chairman. He controls him like a puppet. It's interesting. I never saw that from a president versus a chairman from the U.S. Wow. The Federal Reserve, which is not a federal at all, but
Yep.
and with no reserves. So
No reserves.
it's not federal. There's no reserves.
It's like hay fever.
But
It's
it's
just
very-
not real, the way it sounds.
Oh man. Oh. And YouTube is continuing their purging, and when I had a few videos removed or banned or with all kind of restriction from YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a revision, you have to pay them. Did you know?
What? If you want
On top
them
of
to
making
review,
money on review,
if you want
yes,
them to review,
you want. Let's say yes, pretty soon you will have to pay them. That's crazy. That came out yesterday.
My.
Hey man, that Susan woman, holy crap, man. She's Jewish for sure. Holy crap. No, man.
Yeah. We're getting into the situation, I don't know whether they're going to use this as an excuse to try to vaccinate everyone and put a chip in it, but, still we're at the point where a tinfoil bodysuit might throw them off a bit, but, your phone, if you walk around with your phone, if you got GPS on, it'll identify you pretty close, but even still, it'll triangulate you pretty close, so...
Are you in the near future, weeks ahead? Are you planning to do any discussion about 5G?
No, I'm terrified of it. I've heard two sides, and neither one very well. However, I'm going to say that there was this recent article on Zero Hedge that talked about this New York doctor saying it's hypoxia. That people are coming down with hypoxia, and they shouldn't use a ventilator. The ventilator, as I said, it sucks the air out, it pushes the air in. It sucks the air out and pushes the air in. It rips your lungs apart. And the ventilator is killing people.
Oxygen.
But you need oxygen.
You need oxygen.
So if you just put in oxygen, then your body's getting oxygen. But hypoxia was one of the symptoms that was proposed for the 5G. That it aligns the iron or something, or the oxygen or something in your body, making the oxygen unavailable. And you would have...
Basically, deprave your body of oxygen. That's
Yeah.
why you start doing the baking dance on the ground.
Yeah, and this is what this doctor is saying is the symptoms of this COVID-19. And so it may just be, again, a coincidence of an interest that this now is going to cover up the side effects of 5G. People are going to die, especially, I guess, older people of the 5G. And so you just can blame it on the COVID-19.
I was not worried with 5G that much, but since I saw the interview with David Icke on the London Real YouTube site, I don't know if it's still on, if YouTube remove it. I saw the entire interview.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
5G there, apparently it's going to do quite a number on a lot of people. So
Yep. Yeah, they're putting us all in the microwave.
Well,
CJ. That's what it is. We're all in the microwave. Maybe you can escape it by building a Faraday cage around yourself, and put your phone in a special one to keep it from, being active when you don't want it to be. Maybe we have to take personal protection in terms of electromagnetic signals. Yeah.
well, we'll see if I'm in the country, if that's chilled me a bit. But the problem is I still have to go in the city and work. So
Yeah.
But
Well,
even by the way, even with all the quarantine, there companies like telecommunication are nonstop, and they're putting 5Gs in schools and all that shit. They did that to a school in Orleans on Trim Road. I don't know if I should say it too much.
Yeah.
But they're installing a 5G tower. They did that 2 weeks ago. I'm like, holy crap, man. That's interesting. When everybody's in quarantine and the 5G towers are still go.
Go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
go.
Hey, Stone Reaper, welcome.
Yeah.
Hope everything's well. Thanks for the updates and the information there, and the videos and the Discord. And
the panic buying seems to slow down here.
Yep.
The stores are, I would say, 80% full. Like where the paper is and the cleaning supplies are still low. Not all the choices they had, and obviously there's no sales.
Yeah.
But I think people who bought too many rolls wants to return them, and the groceries have said, nope, you keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Somebody tried to corner the market. Lost. Oh, well.
Yeah. I'm good. I still have over maybe 200 rolls, 250. I'm not sure. But push comes to shove, I have a bidet. So the bidet will.
There you go. You don't need to waste all this paper.
Will work just.
I'm just looking here at CJ. Yeah, microwaves are a natural Faraday cage, rather. So, if we're going to experience another Carrington event or something, and you got to save a few things, throw them into a microwave. But it's better to make a Faraday cage yourself, a big one. It's not that hard.
Hold on, Monk.
What's that?
Monk Music. He says Monk Music says no need for zinc. Zinc is very good for man. I tell man, take a tablet every 2 days of zinc if you can. Zinc is good. Vitamin D3 is good. Take that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about that stuff, Monk Music. I think it's, I don't know.
I'm not saying it's good against COVID. I say it's just good in general for a man.
Oh, zinc is zinc's great. You need it. But Monk Music's talking about this anti-lice med called ivermectin.
I don't
know.
If I can't pronounce it,
yeah. If I can't pronounce it, I ain't gonna take it.
Coil silver, that's good. Zinc, good.
Yeah.
ABC, I'm good with that.
Yeah, you need the 90 essential things. The the 3 essential oils. You've got 16 amino acids. You've got 14 vitamins and then 16 minerals. And
the complex vitamin, the B complex, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about trusting Aussie TV about a silver bullet. to knock the shit out of a virus, because viruses they're not alive until they get inside and inside one of your cells, and then you can't kick the shit out of it because it's probably no longer existing. What's existing is something else inside your cell, a hybrid, half human, half viral chimera existing inside of your body. Ooh, yuck. Happens all the time. Oh well. Yeah, Bayman, I'm hoping that there's going to be a recognition that there's funny business going on. There's funny business with the numbers. Either too many people are dying, as in this case in the Bob Cajun in Ontario, too many people died, or not enough young people are dying to make it, a pandemic. And then the number of deaths remains below normal, and just, deaths from cancer is going down, deaths from corona is going up by an equal amount. So this seems to be a scam, engineered. It wasn't engineered from the beginning to be like this, but it's just taken off. And scam-demic.
There are some hot spots. If you look at Lombardy in Italy, where there's a lot of Chinese that works there in the factories, you have all these old people that died there. New York, obviously. So it's like the shock and awe, and everybody follows.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand. It's hard because when I go on the highway, I see a business complex. There's all these companies like Moore's, places that sell shoes or pants or belts. They're all closed.
Yeah.
But the Walmart is open, and you could buy all there. I'm like, this is not fair for these companies.
Yeah.
Which I have more chance catching a bug inside Walmart than if I just want to buy a belt, because I know that mom and pop shop belt place, they're only going to have one or two people in.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a complete destruction to a lot of small businesses. This is something that maybe we have to address. What's going to happen to all of these, the big corporations? Maybe want it to happen, right? So they're promoting this type of fear because it centralizes the behavior in their activities, shopping at big stores, right? So, but at the same time, maybe sales are down. I don't know, but not for some places. Whiskey's probably working his ass off.
Probably.
In the center of the action, there's only a few stores open, let's say, and if you're working on one of them, it's and again, apparently only one person can go in, at a time or something, or maybe not one, but you know what I mean. It's like 2 arms length between every person everywhere in the store, and everyone's going to get it. And 80% of people don't even show symptoms. What in the hell are you? What is this? It's like an imaginary illness. What?
A lot of things weird because I don't believe China numbers.
Yeah.
But in the same way, I don't believe the numbers we have here either. So
yeah, see, that's it. I don't believe them. I think they were playing it. They wanted to play it. They wanted to play it down so far that people would bring it up, and by bringing it up, then the weapon could be launched against America. And who did that? Iran. Why did Iran's numbers go up so suddenly? Oh no, it's contagious. And then, for some reason, something happened in Italy to have this all happen.
What's weird about Iran, if you look into it, Iran, a lot of political high key people got it.
Yeah.
Like almost all within a few weeks. That was weird also.
That's weird too, because you should be seeing roughly the same types of patterns everywhere, and you're not. You're seeing vast differences in death rates, in infection rates. And again,
Unless,
we don't know what the
again,
symptoms are anymore. What's that?
maybe the virus mutates. Maybe the virus mutates between
Yeah.
country and country,
Yeah, no, that could be
or
it. There could be a different illness affecting different countries. Or there could
I
be,
don't know.
something else going on. Like there is no illness making people sick. It's just the normal stuff. And people make money from diagnosing it. And not the people of China. No, not the people of Iran. But they launched the weapon. And the weapon is fear and cowardice to strike into the hearts of Americans and every goody two shoes SJW in the West. And this is using a weakness against the West. These people, they're in positions of power now, and they're voters, and they have to be attended to because they scream really loud. Well, they're getting it now because a lot of these are the millennials or the snowflakes, and now they're in large numbers out of work, and that's about it. Oh, this is a horrible thing.
Problem in your country is a lot of people they do not trust those who are running the show, because what they say on TV, it's not what they do concretely. Again, they banned planes from China 4 weeks ago, but every day there's at minimum six big Airbus that lands directly from mainland China to Canada.
Yep.
And the Roxham Road is always open when they say they're going to close it. And again, it's not because it's in my province. It's because these people are coming from New York, which is heavily hit with COVID-19. That's the sad part.
Yeah. I think CJ is on the money again here. Society is an experiment, a flimsy experiment, and it's not strong. I think it's society is an abstraction. It's a narrative. It's if you look at the legal society, it's a fiction created on a piece of paper. It's a legal fiction, and a society has a board of governors or whatever it's called, and you can throw people out of the society. And so this is very different than a community, which is strong and resilient. It has the members. Some members it doesn't like. It can banish them, but they're still members of the community, only banished members. And so a society is very weak, and I think somebody saw the weakness in the society of the West, figured out a way to leverage it against the West, launched it, and hey, geez, whiskey, it's right there. It's a house of cards. And they figured out a way to launch a weapon into the fear and cowardice now of the old people and of the SJWs. And so they're going to close it all down. And so take care, men. Take care. Get yourself prepped up, fully prepped up. Unless this ends soon, it's not going to end well at all. In fact, there could be lasting damage. Trust is down. Yep. Freedom is down. This is not good. And again, it's risk and reward. The more risk that you take, the more reward you get, but suddenly you don't get it. And so risk is reward until it is not. And when it's not, it's very bad. You got to pay for it somehow. Yeah. Yeah, maybe so, CJ. Isn't that something? North Korea exists because people are studying them. Yeah, it's a screwed up system. But again, they're saying they have 0 cases of coronavirus, so maybe they're telling the truth. Because I don't think there is. I don't know why those people died in the nursing home, but 50% of the population of a nursing home shouldn't die if 80% of the people have no symptoms or don't need any special care. That's it. Why are 50% dying? No, this is wrong. Yeah.
There's a war on freedom and war on cash that's happening right now. That's what I see.
Yep.
Um, so funny. I made a comment. People say, "Well, it's not that bad. You're still able to move." It's no, it's okay. I called this morning my local police. It says, "Look, at 7:05, I'm gonna be bring my garbage bin in front of the curb. I'll be wearing this type of clothes and this type of PPE, and I should be done at 7:06." So yeah, it's
Were
like I
they?
was talking to my sister. She's like, she didn't know she had no comeback. Like, no, nothing has changed. It's the new normal. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we laugh now, but it's going to be that way, right? They're going to be able to track everything.
Oh, you
It's
look
the
at
Internet
France.
of
You need
Things. Yeah,
France need a special authorization letter to move from point A to point B and so on. So
yeah,
I'm tempting to do it. Call my local police
yeah.
and just ask him.
Is that okay if I do that? Yeah. No, we're into a bad thing. It's it's a devolution. I'm with Stone Reaper. Everything we're being told is a lie now. There was, there might have been something, but I think they played this very well. Whoever the they is to start it off. They started the ball rolling down the hill. Other people took care of it, and now it's just rolling over America and the West, and a massive destruction. A destruction to the Constitution, a destruction to freedom, a destruction to decency, no, and a destruction to truth. And we have to keep the female safe. You're right, CJ, and thus we have to close everything down because a woman might die. And an old woman at that. We can't have old women die.
Women, they're fine. The stats show that men
Bob, how
die a
can you
lot more
say
than
that?
men.
No, they're not fine. They need more. More, Bob. More.
You know what's very hard for them, and I read the articles. It's hard that because they cannot go on a date in a restaurant. It's all about dates for them, dates and free
Yeah,
meals.
dates and free meals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and lack of Chad selections available on Tinder. Oh man, it's so hard
Why
for
are
them.
the
And
Chads being good now for a change?
apparently a lot of men are not even in those apps anymore because they don't want to catch Coochie 19. I don't blame them.
Yeah, that's it.
But
Yeah.
woman apparently for men, if you want to get laid, apparently it's the time because there's like 20 women for one man in those Tinder, which I do not recommend to go. By the way,
Yes, but
yeah.
remember, you do get a free COVID-19 with every kiss. That's the way it works now.
Apparently you get free premium stuff on Pornhub, so might as well
Wow.
sign up for that free
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Sign up for the free stuff. Now, Stone Reaper, that's hard to take. What are people going to do in dire circumstances if they can't even go to a pawn shop and pawn that, engagement ring? Jesus.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're
So
in.
that's why I
Yeah.
that's my view of this pandemic. It's a war on freedom and war on cash
Yeah.
and freedom of movement, basically. Yeah.
Yep. No, there's going to be multiple people who are going to benefit from each of those if it manages to stay, and other things are going to stay, as Bad Max says. Some things are going to become the new normal out of this, and if people can push it back 50 years or 100 years or 200 years, return to sanity. I'm hoping that people are going to just wake up and see that there's too much wrong with this, that the emperor has no clothes, that there's just too much wrong with this scandemic or pandemic, both of them. There's too much wrong, and too many people are making money off of it, and they want it to continue and ramp up, and it's costing more people. I think they're their senses, their money, their futures. Young people especially. This is not good. Old people are fearful and cowardly now. This is not right.
Nope.
Yeah, thanks, Max J. I haven't been up live much, not for any particular reason, but maybe we should be putting it out there. There's still lots of channels out there. Nobody's been silenced totally. But at this point, I'm on the side that there is no coronavirus causing illness. There may be a coronavirus, but it's like a cold or something. It was probably manufactured in a BSL-4 lab. I'll put that at 98%. And it causes no illness. But, people may test positive for it. But everyone is going to test positive because, people make money off of it. And if you take that money away, people aren't going to be testing positive. Are we still on? There's a bit of a... I had a bit of a lag here on my OBS, but it's coming through nice. Yeah, we're into a dog and pony show, and that's where it gets dangerous. And so at no time should men be thinking about, trying to take some action which, puts them in jeopardy for no value, right? Do not draw attention to yourself. Bob was joking when he said he was going to call the police about going out and taking out his garbage, whether it was okay at 7:05 to come back at 7:06. Do I need a permit? This is not something you want to do, although insanity says that it's probably a good joke just to break the ice or break the tension. But it's not going to happen because there's nobody going to benefit from that. We like to joke and we like the thought of it, but at some point you want to decide how you can return, hopefully, to some sort of normalcy. But maybe if you're benefiting from this, then maybe you don't give a shit. If you're still working, you got a job. What the hell? If you're making more money than ever, maybe you want it to continue. I don't know. But there's a lot of men out there who've been thrown out of jobs. This is not good. Oh, isn't that something, Bob? That's very interesting. I'm breaking up again in the Discord. Yeah, maybe. I thought it was a problem with the OBS. Anyway, we'll have to see about that. Maybe we'll have to go back into Hangouts. I did that before and it worked out well. It's just a matter of setting it up beforehand. And yeah. Normalcy and normality. Oh my God, I didn't think there was a difference. Let me think about it for a second. Normality and normalcy. I don't get a difference in that. Multipass. I think that movie is like 12 Monkeys. It's worth a new watch. Logan's Run, we seem to be on, it's just old people dying. But maybe it's just old people die anyway, right? Which is good and normal. But we're looking at Logan's Run for a watch and 12 Monkeys. And then The Fifth Element with that great scene at the beginning of the movie. Multipass. And then the scene with Zorg where he breaks it. And we have manufactured destabilization. Maybe somebody thinks they're going to make money out of this particular episode of manufactured destabilization. When you bring down an empire, you bring it to its knees because it's fearful and cowardly. when it's believing in mirages, when it's magical thinking. It's and it's like under a spell. And I've heard this being said that the West is now under a spell. It's like hallucination, a mesmerism, hypnotism. That they're being hypnotized into believing this. And all of these terms, like we're out of the normal so much. And, if you're thinking about society, well, that's an abstraction to begin with, and so because it's an abstraction, you can do things to society that you cannot do to a community. Community is real, so it might be good to get back to a community and get out of a society. That's why I use the word community. Although, you're social, that's fine. But you're social in the community. In a society, it's just a legal piece of paper. And because society is a fiction, maybe somebody's messing around with society, and people think they belong in society and not in the community. Maybe we have to get back and say, no, you're in the community. You're old and you're dying, but then you're dying anyway. Nobody extra is dying, and that's it. And I think with that, I'm going to end this discussion. Thank everyone for dropping in. Hope everyone's doing well and keeping up the spirits, because, well, hey, if you don't go a little crazy during this time, I don't know what's wrong with you. Really, it's a bad time to try to make sense of it. I don't think we know enough yet, but I think there's a lot of players out there seeking to benefit from this. Stay away from them. Make your way through this, and as I say, leverage something if you need to. And there's lots of jobs out there if you want to boost up some earnings for a while. Young people are not getting it and dying at all. So all of you, I believe, are young, 65 and under. So after that, it's that's the normal stuff. Old people are dying, and we miss them, and we thank them for dying, and we thank them for living, and we hope that when we get old, that we're not going to be fearful and cowardly. We're going to stand up for the young people. I think old people have to do that now and stop being so self-absorbed. Yeah. Check out reality. Anyway, thanks everyone, and I think I'll end the stream now. Remember, Mgtow plenty in 2020, and Mgtow Warrior, I don't think he knew about this, but he'll be on per usual, I hope, in the listening post. But I may be on before that. I may be on a roll. Anyway, take care, man. This is it. Good one.